Welcome to Chellington 17, episode number 5, with me, MrSealyp. It's like an everything must go sale. I've decided, because the fields are so big, when it comes around to ploughing, fertilising, cultivating, all the rest of it, I'm going to need bigger machinery. Which is going to mean upgrading or replacing the tractor at some point, but I can upgrade it a little bit first before I do anything, because it's a biggish tractor to start with, which is quite good. But these are going selling. That's not brilliant, but never mind. Come back out and come back in. That's a bit better. Sell that. I've got a couple of ideas of how to make some money, to make a bit of money anyway. I can still turn it on. I can still fertilise, what am I talking about? Harvest a couple of fields. If I go into the menu, I've got 15 that can be harvested, 11 that can be harvested. They have crops at the moment. 18, I'm going to do some grass bales on 18, but I'm probably going to change them into silage bales. I'm going to do a big silage bale harvest on here. Keep a few and sell the rest, because the silage bales are worth their weight in gold. 20 own as well, which is a smaller field for grass, and it's close to the farm, so I could start off doing silage bales on that one to sell maybe. And it won't take long, in all honesty, for the grass to grow all around here where I used all the other day. So there's plenty of areas I can use for grass bales to turn into silage bales. So there's some money to be made in that. I'm trying to think, what other fields have I got? These are going to need ploughing and sorting out. 5's an interesting one. I haven't been up there yet. I'm going to have to go up there and have a look, I think. And what else have we got? One's got nothing as well. So once I've got a bit more money behind me, it's either going to be renting bigger equipment or buying some equipment. I do want to start off getting some animals as well. I don't know whether to start off with. Pigs require a lot of feed. Cows not so much, but they're expensive to buy. And I mean, the sheep aren't too bad, and they only require water and grass. So they might not be a bad one to start with, in all honesty, but they take a long time to produce anything unless you've got quite a few of them. So I don't know really. The pigs reproduce relatively quickly and will make a bit of money, but they are going to require a bit of work. So a few ideas buzzing around in my head, some different things to try. I'm thinking of the silage baling first. I might make silage bales, and then I'm going to do a harvest, I think, on 11. 15 is, I mean, that is a colossal field. And that will take a long time. But I'll make some money off of it, which isn't too bad. So, yep. I think silage baling might be my next option, in which case I need to rent the bale wrapper and take that with me, because I'm going to need that. And I got rid of the auto stack, didn't I? The bale collector. What an idiot. I'll sort those out. Okay, so back to the farm. Pick up the mower and the baler. I'm not going to rent the bale wrapper yet, because the whole time it's sitting there and I'm not using it, I'm paying for rental. So what I'll do is I'll do all the baling, make the grass bales I need, and then I'll rent it. It makes more sense that way. I'll wrap all the bales, and then I'll rent the bale collector and do the same process as how I kind of did on field 6, in all honesty. I know it's a lot of baling to start off with, but I need the money, and this is a difficult map to make money on. So silage bales is kind of the best option I can think of. I'm going to start on field 20. So if you look at the mini-map down the bottom, just under the bridge, and to the left, there's a grass field. I think it's just under here. Should be. There we go, just here. This is going to be fun to get into. Whoa, that does not want to go in there. Oh, this is going to be interesting. How am I going to get into the field? Oh, that was difficult. Crikey. The fog isn't really helping with the visibility for the episode. It's always nice to do it in the sunshine, but I can't do a lot about that. So I shall carry on. Right, what do I want? Front mower. I want to unfold it, turn it on, lower it. That's ready to go. And at the back, I need to switch to the back, turn it on, belt's going, lower the pickup. We should be ready to rock and roll. Let's see how we get on. There we go. We are baling again. Don't know how many I'll get out of this field. I'll get way more out of field 18, obviously, because it's a massive field, but I'll get some out of this one. That's the main thing. Just not as many as I thought I might. It's all good. And I'll do what I did on all the other fields around the farm. I'll come around and mop up every bit I can possibly think of. Don't know, we do some inside, so it's unusual. So quick look behind. Close that. And hopefully there'll be a bale back there. I'm not sure. Hopefully this is working. We'll see. So I'll probably do is come out of cab actually. Have a quick look behind. See how we're getting on. There is a bale back there in the murk, in the gloom. I'm doing just come right over. Now I have to be careful here, because I don't want my bale rolling into the river. That would be a disaster. But we shall carry on regardless. Now, just a bit of an update from the last episode. If you've watched episode 4, I can only apologise. Anything and everything that could go wrong went wrong on that episode. It was just horrendous. I mean, on all honesty, I should have just given up on it earlier on and just thought, you know what, forget it. Consign all of that I recorded to the scrap heap and not even bother. But I suppose there is a kind of learning element to it, and if anyone else gains from it or, you know, avoids the same pitfalls, then I suppose it's done its job. That said, if anyone knows any reason why it's not working or didn't work or can't work, that'd be great. But yeah, it was a bit of a weird one, so I do apologise to all of those of you that give up your time to sit and watch my videos, and it just seemed a little bit of a waste. Oh yeah, that's not working, is it? So I'll try and use as much of the ground as I can, but some of it doesn't want to cut, so... to make sure I don't drive into the bale, suddenly appear out of the mist like I'm some strange creature in the gloom. Anyway, I shall continue my efforts, see how many bales I manage to get out of this field, and then like I say, I'll get the bale wrapper, we'll have a go with that. See how we get on, how many bales we can make, and obviously how much we'll make on them. When I did it on Goldcrest Valley, I was playing on normal, and obviously on this one I'm playing on easy. On normal I think you got about 1200 a bale, was it, something like that? So I'm assuming on this one it'll be more because I've got it set on easy. Which I know some people don't agree with, and you know, I get it. You know, I honestly did start off with just that theory of I wonder if it will make a difference, In all honesty, I'm probably happy I did, because it is a, like I said, it's a hard map. Because there's no contracting, it's trying to make money. Wow, it's a challenge. It really is a challenge. I couldn't imagine playing this on normal or hard. You wouldn't make any money, and you would have to rent everything. So, with Christmas rapidly approaching, I'm not sure how episodes are going to go actually over the Christmas period, with family coming and visiting and you know, all that kind of stuff. I honestly don't know how much I'm going to get done, in which case the videos could be a little bit hit and miss over the Christmas period. I'm not too sure. I'll try to do as many as I can, as I normally do. And those of you that noticed when I mentioned the other day about the fact I'm a teacher, I work in a school, so Christmas holiday will start soon, so technically I'll have more time to do some videos, but then obviously there's a lot I've got to do in that time, so we'll see. Hopefully I'll get some out anyway. I don't like to let people down. I know people, you know, there are people out there, believe it or not, who actually look forward to my videos coming out, which, you know, for me, when I first started off doing this, that it was just that kind of, I'm enjoying doing it, and if people want to watch the videos, that'd be fantastic. The fact people are actually messaging me and asking me when the next video is due out, am I going to do another video the following day, am I, you know, it's amazing, it's brilliant. I'm glad people are enjoying watching them. You know, it's nice to know that that people are getting some enjoyment out of them. It's kind of the purpose, so that's great. Anyway, I shall continue, and then once I've got this field done, I'll probably rent the bale wrapper. So the next time you see me, this field should be done, and I will have the bale wrapper, and we'll have a go at wrapping some and making some silage bales. See you in a bit. Okay, here I am. I have got the Ursus. I can't remember the numbers. Oh, how terrible is that? The Ursus Z-586 bale wrapper. I rented it, leased it, £4,620 to lease. Can't afford to buy one at this time. So what I'm going to do first is unfold it into its operating position, and then drive it to the bale, and off it goes. It's a slow process, but luckily, I say luckily, this is a relatively small field. In all honesty, field 20, where my flashing beacon is, just north of the centre, is quite small. I've got 27 bales off this. If I'd have gone for field 18, it would have been ridiculous. I would have been baling forever. That's not to say I won't go to there at some point and do some baling. I probably will do. But off this size field, got a lot of bales. 27, it's not bad at all. So now it's wrapped. Left one and unload, and it puts them on their side normally, which is pretty good. And then I move on to the next one, and so on and so forth until I've wrapped every single bale. Now what you normally do is, while it's wrapping, you drive over to the next bale ready. So then you unload one, load the next up, and move on. Or what you can do if you want to is you can wrap one and while it's wrapping, drive it to a point where you want to collect them all from. All depends how you want to do it, really. So what I can do is kind of move them all from one end of the field. Let it reset. Go back over. So while it's wrapping, what I can do is bring it to this end of the field, so that when I do get the bale collector, I haven't got to go miles and miles and miles into the field. I can kind of have them all in one place and just collect them all from one place. It makes it a bit easier, but in all honesty, you know, the bale collector's a trailer. You're on a tractor, it will do 32 miles an hour. It really doesn't need to be all close together, it'd be ridiculous. So I'm going to keep doing this, wrapping these bales. There we go. The fog does seem to be clearing this. It's taking a lot longer than I thought. I didn't want to hold off and I didn't want to speed up time. Just wrapping bales in the fog. Or mist, in all honesty. There we go. And carry on. The mist is clearing. Oh, I'm wrapping the last bale. Didn't do a bad job on this actually, considering it was misting. I couldn't really see the whole field. I don't really miss any bits. It's pretty good. And I have moved all of the bales down to this end of the field. It will just make it easier when I've got the bale collector. 27 bales, but that's the last. Sorry, it's gone. That's the last one. So put that down. Job done. Right, what I will do then is fold that back up, and I'm going to take it back to the farm. Bearing in mind I'm playing in real time, so if I've got it for 24 hours, it's going to take a while before I need to get rid of it. So I probably will use it again within the next 24 hours. Depends how much I get for these bales, which will depend then whether I decide to do more. This field's a nightmare to get in and out of. Doesn't like it at all. So next job then is going to be to re-rent the bale collector, and then back to the field, collect up a stack of 8, take them and sell them and see what I get for each bale. Yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice tidy sum of money, so fingers crossed on that. Find somewhere to put this back in the yard. I might stick it, yeah, it's rented, but I'll actually, if I put it in here, it'll kind of remind me that it's rented. I'm terrible at reversing small trailers. Ah. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely awful. Don't know why. It's going too fast, I think. Okay, that's that done. So I need to go and get... I can probably turn those off now. Now the fog's lifting. What do I want? Oh yeah, bale collector. Right, off for a bale collector. So that's the Ursus T-127 bale collector. Collected. Collecting the collector. Right. Hopefully this will get in here. That is steep. Okay. Let's drop this down. Leave it square. I have used this before, it's not like it's new. And let's start picking up bales. Now, I'm pretty sure in previous versions, oh, it might have been, yeah, it was on the PC version, and you could have the bale mod, I think it was, which gave you the rating and grading of the bales, and you got different prices for them depending on the grading and how good the bales were. And I think if you were using that mod, if you were running that mod, you had to leave the bales, silage bales, to ferment, like you do with if you put silage into the silage bunkers and you cover them. They have to take a while before they are fermented and ready to use. I'm pretty sure that's not the case with with silage bales. I hope. I'm not too sure. So pop that away. I'm going to need to get some more diesel, I think. Well, I've got half a tank, but I don't want to panic and run out. Okay, so back to the yard. Go to the sell point and see what we get for these bales. I'm hoping it's going to be over 1,000 a bale. That would be quite nice. Because I'm playing on easy, hopefully it'll be more than that. We shall see. So what am I going to get? 8, 16, 24, 3 full loads and 3 left over. Okay. And if this is relatively profitable, although it is time consuming to do the bales, then wrap the bales, then collect the bales, it might be worth doing field 18, but that might be something I'll do off screen because that's a massive field. But the other thing I do need to do is silage for the cows. I do need to make or cut grass and put it into the silage bunker silo. So the moment of truth. What will I get for these? I wonder. Okay. Unload. I'm on 49,165. I mean, it'll come up what they are as well, anyway, I think. Oh, I hope it's good. I really do. Right. Say 1,960 a bale. Good God. That's nearly 2,000 a bale. Obviously it's nearly 2,000. Just in case any of you weren't sure, that's nearly 2,000 a bale. Wow. Okay, that is well worth doing. Fantastic. Happy with that. Back to the field. Let's get all these silage bales off the field. Okay, last 3 bales. Thought I'd have a go in cabbing it, why not? Drop that down. Since I come alongside it, should be fine, shouldn't it? Let's have a look. There we go. Excellent. There we go. Oh. Nope, I haven't got an exorcist head. I'm swivel round completely. Okay. The last one, I'm going to sell all of these. I'm not going to keep any at the moment because I'm probably going to make some more, which will be perfect. I'm doing it again. I need to pay more attention. And take these back up to the yard and sell them. Whoa, 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 hang on. Put the arm back up, otherwise I'm going to hit it on the gate. That was pretty stupid, wasn't it? Okay. Straight back to the yard. Still loving this map. The undulating nature of the farm and the yard and the tracks and it's brilliant. Oh, this is where it gets ugly. This is where it gets ugly. Okay, that was surprisingly good. For me, that wasn't bad at all. Okay. Oh, it's close, wasn't it? And this should take me just over 100,000. Now obviously if you're playing on normal or you're playing on hard, you won't get that as much for the bales. but in all honesty, they're well worth doing. So I think that's something I'm definitely going to do more of, and probably a bit more off screen actually. What to do next? That's the question. I don't know whether to actually buy some animals now. I might well do. Just turn this off and jump out. I do need a jet wash as well to clean some of this stuff up. But that's not bad going actually. Well, that's some silage bales done anyway. Yeah, first time on Chellington. I prepare my videos often 24 hours in advance, sometimes more if I get a lot of footage together. So when I say, well, I've said a couple of things in the episodes, by the time I receive people's comments, I've already filmed the episode that's next coming out, so it's hard to kind of comment on what people have said. That said, just want to say thank you to a couple of people from yesterday's, from episode 4. I had Jedco66 and Mossfrog, who both came on and said about the roller. Had I thought about using the roller on field 6? And I hadn't. It hadn't crossed my mind at all to use the roller and put the field state back to its original setting, which should then give me new field boundaries. It's a brilliant idea. I honestly don't know why it hadn't crossed my mind. But thanks to those, I say those two guys, I assume Mossfrog is, it might not be. Could be a lady, who knows? But anyway, Mossfrog and Jedco66, thank you very much. I also had a comment from Randy Rocks. Asked about the engine start. I know someone did comment on it, but I thought I would just show you when you go into the menu. You scroll across backwards and forwards. You've got the game settings and general settings. If you go to game settings and scroll down, now this is on PlayStation 4. I don't know if it's going to be the same. I know PC versions have a lot more adaptability and changeability in their settings menus. But anyway, if you scroll down and get to automatic engine start, if you turn it on, when you get in and out of a vehicle, it turns on automatically, turns off automatically. If you turn it off, which is how I normally have mine, that's when you get into a vehicle, you have to turn it on first. And before you get out, you have to turn it off. Well, you don't have to turn it off, because you can turn it on and get out and leave it running. I like that. I really do like that you can have that on there. I've said this before on FS15, the amount of times I tried to do wood chipping, and every time you got out of the tractor, the wood chipper would turn off because the tractor would turn off, and it was so annoying. The fact that you can leave the engine running, turn it on and off yourself, it adds a kind of a bit of a realism that I like. I think it's brilliant. So to Randy Rocks, that's how you do that. Also today, interestingly, on the Mod Hub, another map. Now I honestly thought in my head there was about a month and a half between the original game coming out and then this Chellington 17 coming out, so I thought if they leave it a month and a half, a month, you know, roughly intervals between maps coming out, you can probably get a good let's play out of a map and then move on to a new one when that comes out. Today, Losberg came out. Now, I've already been asked, am I going to go on it and have a bit of a kind of look around? And the answer to that is yes. I have been on there already. I've downloaded it, I've been over onto Losberg, and I've had a look, and I have to say, it's a good map. There's a lot of really nice detail on there. Doors open and close, and lights in the buildings. There are loads of buildings and loads of storage and loads of nice features. You've got a lot of the you've got fertilizer storage that's got like a cover over it, like a grate that you have to open and close, and there's some really, really good features on there. It's a very packed map. And in all honesty, I'm pretty good with map region. I'm pretty good. My sense of direction's pretty good. But I'll be honest with you, I got turned around on that one. It was complicated. But it's a good map. There's loads on there. Whether I'm going to do a let's play on it yet or not, I don't know. Well, I say I'm not going to do a let's play on it yet, because technically I've still got Gold Crest Valley running. And I've only just started this. This is only episode 5. If I then jump on that and start doing a let's play on Losberg as well, I'm spreading myself way too thin. So I'm probably not going to do a Let's Play on it just yet. I might do. I might just do a quick, like a tour episode, I don't know. A quick look around. But who knows. Anyway, that's a kind of mop-up of a few bits of information. So, moving on, just to the end of this episode. There's not going to be a huge amount left, actually. Not very long of this episode left, but I am going to have a look at Field 6 and I'm going to do what's been suggested. Now, there are a couple of options open to me. If I go into miscellaneous, the roller, which was suggested, to buy is 4,900, to rent is 539, and it does say right there, with this machine you can restore the initial ground state, delete fields. Now, there is also the Raybold SuperNet 2200A, which is a mod off the Mod Hub, and I used it in on Goldcrest Valley. And that one also says, with this machine you can restore the initial ground state, delete fields. It can remove the tracks, clean the feeding site of your animals, remove the remains and residue of heaps, and also erase crops and remove fields. When you click on that, to lease that is only 385, so it's cheaper to lease that. Now, I don't know whether to just go more realistic and just say, you know what, I'd use a roller in real life, wouldn't you, realistically? A sweeper on a field seems a bit odd, but then I'm trying to save money, so I don't want to spend a ton. But, you know what, I'm going to go with the advice I was given from Mossfrog and Jedco. I'm going to try the roller. So, I am going to lease it in what colour? That's going to cost me more money, isn't it? Of course it is. Or will it let me lease it in a colour? Don't know, actually. 524 lease. Yes, please. Okay, that is leased. So I'm going to jump into the Massey Ferguson and whiz over and collect it, and let's see how we get on. Actually, I do need to disconnect this trailer, don't I? Okay, let's go over to the store. So here we are, roller, and I have also got the front weight on. Oh dear, let's see if this works, shall we? Can't tell if the trees went in the way, but never mind. So, let's drop this down, make sure I'm lined up. I think I'm pretty much where I want to be. So, drop this down. I'd have it on the back, wouldn't I? Just drop the weight down the front. That was not what I intended. Right, let's try that again. Drop this down. There we go. Right, so, if I drive forward now. Okay. Now that's interesting. Okay, will it set a worker? Huh. Oh, it won't set a worker. Okay, so you got to do it yourself. That's alright. Okay. That's moving right over, way further over than I want it to be. Ah. Never mind. Okay, well, I'm getting a field boundary. Whether it's going to be straight or not remains to be seen, because I'm going over a little bit too far. But it is working, so thank you so much. This should work now, and this should now register as being my new field boundary. Like I say, I don't know why this didn't even cross my mind at all, and it should have done. How frustrating is that? So then over time the grass will grow back to how it was anyway. It's just really frustrating, but anyway, that's good. It has worked. I'm really pleased about that. That's absolutely brilliant. So lift that up, swing it around. It's interesting that it hasn't done it right up to the edge though. Okay, that's right. Drop that down and go again. And not on that awesome note. That's really good. That's pleased me no end. I'm really happy with that. That is the end of this episode. I am a happy man. Brilliant. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode. A lot of silage baling. a lot of chat. I've done a lot of waffling on in this episode, haven't I? Never mind, a lot of chat. So I hope you liked this episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you'd like to share the video, please be my guest. The more, the merrier. Whatever you should choose to do, as always, from a very happy man, on Field 6, on Chellington 17. Thanks for watching.